Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to Passionate About Scrapbooking with Pamela, your Stampin' Up demonstrator in the Texas Hill Country, Fredericksburg, Texas, as a matter of fact. Beautiful little tourist town. Welcome to our Make It Monday live with Pamela, where I will be creating a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout. And I'll be using the beautiful Bokeh collection. I think I said that right. I even watched YouTube videos so I could figure out if I was saying it right. And there's all different ways apparently that you can say it. So, Bokeh. I think that's how it is, Bokeh. All right. So, I'm also using in this collection of products, there's this amazing stamp set, dies, and embossing folder. So the beautiful butterflies, you can get it in a bundle where you have the stamp set, the dies. Can't wait to show you how to use these throughout the week, along with the 3D hybrid embossing folder. So it not only embosses, but you can put a die cut in here to die cut out this butterfly right here and then dry emboss it. So it's really pretty. I've done a little bit of that already. You can see, I'll show you how to do that. And then I've also pulled in the around it all dies. So I think I'm just using the dies this week. There is a stamp set that coordinates with it, but I think I'm just going to use the dies. These can be used in so many different ways. Good morning, Debbie. Thanks for joining me. I was running a little bit late today, just trying to get it all together. So let's see. Let me grab my papers here and show you this beautiful bokeh paper. So I don't know if I have a proper description or definition of what bokeh is, but it is a technique you can do in photography, and it blurs things out and adds these little circles. So you might see it in the background of photographs. When there's lights in the background, it'll blur them out and make them look kind of like that. So it's pretty neat. Good morning, Cherise. Thanks for being here. And Stamping Up has this beautiful collection of 6x6 designer series paper that has all these images in them. And primarily the colors are fresh freesia, berry burst, balmy blue. Then also there are there is delightful daffodil delight and calypso coral in this collection. And I decided to focus in on just these three colors right here that are pictured up here and bring in some white and black. So I thought that would be fun. So on the back side of these are more kind of like a sponging technique with splatters. So could have a lot of fun with these. And I decided to go with a theme for Bevan and her artistic wings. I haven't completely figured out my title, so we'll probably be cutting that out. I have a pretty good idea from my chat GPT. And let me see. I'm not sure if I got it all printed out, but I do have some ideas. And I did do my journaling using a prompt that ChatGPT gave me. So that is AI. If you're not familiar with that, it's just the app, the program website, chatgpt.com, that I've been using now for quite a few months. And it does so many awesome things. Um, for me. It creates a weekly content calendar for me. So if you're a demonstrator, this is really fabulous. I can just tell it what I do for the week. It knows it and it remembers that I do the weekly lives and what they're called. I've got Make It Monday live with Pamela, Story and Sketch live with Pamela, and then Feel Good Friday live with Pamela. And then it will incorporate, it knows I do 12 by 12 pages, 8.5 by 11 pages, and fun fold cards. And I can just tell it what collection I'm using and that I need like scrapbook title ideas, photo ideas, journaling ideas, um, and social media content ideas. So it's really, really been a lifesaver for me and has been helping a lot. So let's get started. Real quick, this collection comes out of the new mini catalog for January through April 2025. Ooh, I turned right to it. And so I was struggling on what I was going to do this week. Wasn't 100% sure. This past Friday, Stampin' Up put on their social media group number 4 of the artisan team, their projects, and they used that around it all stamp set and dies. So that was originally my intent, but I wasn't sure what papers I wanted to do with that because they used just a variety. Laura Moss used the Floral Delight collection, and I almost went with that. I did a content calendar for it and pulled out all the products to look at it, and then realized that the paper is out of stock right now and won't be available until February 10th or the week of. So next week, that's what I'll be doing is the Floral Delight or Floral Delights collection. And so I know what's coming up on Friday for group number 1, and it is the beautiful butterflies. So I decided I would grab this collection and then incorporate those dies from the Around It All into this. So I was trying to look through my product and see what I hadn't used yet and how I can incorporate it into the weeks and try to use as much of the product I have from the new catalog, along with the online exclusives, the scrapbooking workshops that we now have available, and all the great celebration products. So I did put in the description about the a few products that would coordinate well with this collection, like this beautiful ribbon you can get for free with a $60 order because this is fresh freesia. So it coordinates with that stamp pad. I'm going to put that up there. And then also you could incorporate, let me grab this out. I don't even remember the name of it, but I bet I can find out. So look at these colors in this designer series paper. There's actually a lot of, I don't know if you can see all of that, some of the same colors, not all. There are some extra, but this would coordinate really well with this suite of products. And then if you flip it over, you can even see there's more of that. I'll just kind of push it aside. There we go. So a lot of this will coordinate as well. I thought about bringing that in, but I did not. I didn't need it. And that again is part of the Sale-A-Bration catalog. That paper packet is called Bloom Impressions. You can get that for free with a $60 purchase, the 12 by 12. And there it is right there with this beautiful butterflies. So some great. I was going to flip real quick here. In the catalog, it actually shows you how to use this cool die, but we'll be doing that. I'll show you firsthand how to do that on Friday. So that'll be considered some of our fun fold cards. All right, so we're going to get started. I have most everything pre-cut. I did not get photos done yet today because I'm going to have to sift through some years from Bevan's sixth grade to this year of her art. But I did get a journaling spot done, so I'll just put some photo place cards for where I want the photos, and we'll see if I get those photos on later this afternoon, or I may just share the pages without the photos because a part of me kind of wants to take her out and get her senior pictures done here pretty soon. And maybe I could use that on here, or maybe I'll just do one photo, save a spot for her senior photo on here. So it says her journey through her artistic adventures. All right, so we're going to rearrange here a little bit and we will get started. What do y'all think about my color combination that I picked today? Thought that was fun. And then I'm gonna have to get a bigger, like well, it's probably gonna be more like a, yeah, 6 by 6, I guess would work, of magnetic sheets because that just overlaps a little bit, but that's what I'm working with right now. This collection also has itty bitty bokeh mix of sequins and or I don't know if they're really even sequins. They're more like little just discs. Looks like little hexagons and stuff, possibly circles and so forth. I'm afraid to open it because then they'll go everywhere. And I'll probably open it here in a little bit in my tray, and we'll use those as our embellishments. All right, so I've got journaling. I have butterflies die cut out, and we'll put those together. Oh, I did want to show you how to emboss that here in a minute. So I've got a bunch of little butterflies. I did them in white and then the bodies in black. They are fun. Okay, so I think this die set might have been made just for me because of using the word cattywampus. So that's all I can think of. But then I looked up on the website and they're calling them abstract circles. Okay, so we'll be using abstract circles, not cattywampus circles today in our artistic um, pages we're going to do. This die set with the butterflies does come with some labels. I might just use these for like names, dates, and things like that, because I'm not sure if any of the sentiments, because this was primarily created to be like a card collection. You know, you make cards out of it. We've got happy birthday, so thankful, time to celebrate. In case you need me, I'm here for you. Hello. So I'm not thinking any of those are really going to work on my page. So I can either write or print off the computer and put them on there with some like clear label. I have some big 8.5 by 11 clear shipping labels that I use to print on the computer, and then I can cut them to whatever size I want and put them on my backgrounds. And you looks like you just printed it right on there, usually. So I've cut some of these circles out, all in these three different colors of the beautiful bokeh paper. And I think I'm gonna take all of this and set it over here to the side. So if you're joining me, let me know where you're viewing from. Let me see if I've got this right. Like, I know Debbie is in Fredericksburg, Texas with me. Cerise is at Idaho. Correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know if I'm right. We have some gorgeous weather here in the Texas Hill Country today. The last couple of weeks have not been great. They've been cold and wet and cloudy. And Over the weekend, though, it started to warm up and clear up, and it is beautiful out there today. All right, so Debbie, I lost my removable glue dots. I don't know if you accidentally got them, picked them up on fr whatever day that was, Thursday, or if um, I left them at the church. I don't have a clue. Trying to look for what adhesive I'm going to use. I think I have some old Tombow I'm going to put on the back, just right here. I just put a little bit. It'll hold these in place, and then I think I can still rub it off. It's been a long time since I've used this. I have another kind that I really like, but Amazon is out of it. So I've got to improvise. I think I did order some more of the temporary glue dots. Snowy Idaho. Good deal. I don't know how I remembered that, but this 55-year-old menopausal brain doesn't work that well anymore. Uh, and okay, so I did my 12 by 12 black two-tone cardstock. I cut the inside out so you can see I have a 1-inch border. So then I end up with a 10-inch piece that I can use for mats or other things. So I've got that sitting over here to use. And then I cut these down to 11 by 11, I believe. Yep. So I think I'm going to keep this pretty clean and simple, kind of just sharp and bright. So let me see which one of these. I think this is the one. Can you see the little loopy there? I've kind of messed this one up, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fix it or not. Let's see if I can. Trying to see, trying to get, let's see, it's going to go this way. Trying to find the adhesive. I may be going the wrong way. There it is. But it's sticking to itself or something. I'm not sure what's happening to it. So does it go? Oh no, I'm so confused by this one. It just, I don't know why, but it seems awkward from what I was doing. It seems backwards for some reason to me. And maybe that is the problem. It's like I've been using this for like 6 months and feel like that just doesn't, there we go. That fits. I don't know what the deal is. I'm pretty sure it's going to mess up. So, but we're going to adhere this piece onto that. I do have some other, see if it rolls back up on itself or not. There it goes. See, it did it again. So that one I'm going to have to play with or use it off camera. And let's see if this one will work. There we go. I have to say, this really is not my favorite adhesive for scrapbooking. I like the dots where it's not stringy and, but I'm trying to use it. All right. And I do prefer the tape runner to the liquid glue when I'm scrapbooking, especially. This These papers are usually lighter. They're not the heavy cardstock that Stampin' Up has. So the liquid really doesn't work well with these lighter cardstocks. And I'm not going to run it all the way down, or I would go broke buying adhesive. So you kind of have to flick your wrist to tear it off. But this one seems to be working a little bit better. All right, so I think I end up having about a 1/2 inch border all the way around. Of black. Now you could do like 11 and a half inches and then you just have a 1/4 inch. I decided to go a little bit bolder this time. And here we are going to bring in our all the abstract circles that I created. I must have laid them on the counter or something, lost them. I don't know what I did with those temporary. I looked through all the bags, so yeah, they just disappeared. I was probably at the end of them anyway, so I have some more coming, I think, from Amazon, but I think they were gonna take like a week or two to get here. Ugh, no big deal, no big deal. I will manage, just like I did forever before I even did it. All right. So I cut 2 of each the same. And my plan was, I think, to kind of go across like this. I kind of thought I might go like that, but let's play with it this way first. I'm going to get the, don't know what that is. Probably something the cat left for me. I'll rearrange them. So I was trying not to put the same color on the same thing. Those are, okay, so you can see they've got 2 of each. Just different random sizes. I just tried to do an assortment. So let's do this side over here because that'll be my main focal point. We'll put a title up here somewhere, up here, down here, I'm not sure. I probably should have taken a picture of what I did originally. I just got to decide. It doesn't really matter. You can kind of tuck and overlap and however you want on these, like that. So I'm trying to keep those, all these shape or all these colors kind of away from each other, I guess. And I could even string it out a little bit longer by pulling it down and out. And okay, so something kind of like that, because we're going to have butterflies going all around. Now, I might just do something just like a mirror image. And yeah, because I'd really have to push it up to make it go across like that. So I think we will just kind of do something similar on both sides. So it's just kind of mirrored. All right, do I have some extra? I have an extra one here. I got to figure out, may rearrange a little bit. Again, there's no real rhyme or reason to it. It's just kind of like, okay, what's going to look good to the eye? And could put that further down here, but and I may move some things around a little bit as I put the butterflies down. Again, can really kind of stretch it out a little bit, possibly. Okay, how are we looking? What is that doing to your eyes? They did a really good job on the patterns on there. It's kind of cool. All right. Now we've got I don't want to put like glue it down yet. I do want to move this over here. And we're going to bring in, so I do want to show you a few things real quick. Like this right here. So I did want to mention that this is a great concept, a technique for using your 6x6 papers with those dies because it's just, let me find where I cut those pieces, maybe. It'll use up your paper and it's already cut down for you for your machine, but you can see, like, I think that's the largest one or close to the largest one. Let's see here. Yeah, so I just cut them out like this. So you can kind of get an idea of what, and then we still have some paper, some strips that we can use. Yeah, I can cut off some of this extra or just use more. Just gonna look at that because that's about probably 5.5, 6, not quite 6 inches. Yeah, so that's the largest one right there. Works perfect for 6x6s. I just wanted to point that out. Okay, so I've cut, let me show you. There's several ways you could do this. I'm going to grab my butterfly dies. But you've got these two right here. This one right here will, there's several ways you can do this. You could do a 6x6 piece of cardstock and emboss it. So we'll be doing that probably maybe Friday, maybe Wednesday, and just have the embossed, all the embossed images. So you'd have like a 6x6 piece, or it could be a 4.25 by 5.5 inch piece, and then you would just get like the butterfly in the middle. Or you can maybe cut a smaller piece, maybe a 4x4. Just trying to look to see if maybe 4.5 by 4.5 and lay it in here to emboss and cut just this butterfly. Let me see which one. One side, I think it's this side without the Stampin' Up logo. Yeah, it doesn't really fit or nest or grab, but you can kind of move it around and then it'll nest in right here. You'll put your paper down, you'll close it up and cut it out, and you won't be wasting all this area out here if you did it like a 6x6. What I ended up doing is I cut this out first, just like I would a normal die. I cut out 3 of those. And then I took this piece and lined it up right here where I would have, you want, I believe, to like put your piece upside down. It's white, you won't be able to tell really, but I mean, once you die cut it, you can kind of tell a front and a back. But line it up like that, and then just, I press right there to hold it in place. And now I can run it through here and dry emboss just that butterfly. You can ink up your embossing folder as well, run it through to get like an ink impression on here. So like there's that one. I guess, I don't know, you could use either side really, whatever side you like the best. You actually get 2 different looks. So I'm going to lay that over there. So lots of things you can do with this. Like you could run an ink pad over the raised part right here. And then when you emboss it, It'll press that ink onto the butterfly, and you'll have a colored butterfly with some white showing as well. And I think that's all I'm going to do. Now, once I'm got the page done, I might stamp just a tiny bit. I haven't decided yet because I won't stamp the big one, but I was thinking about stamping these little ones and cutting those out just to have a little bit more. I don't know that they would be color because I might just stamp them in black and cut them out in white because I decided that I wanted the pops of black everywhere. All right, so there are all our, I think I can see if I mess it up. Nope, it all stayed. So we're going to cover a lot of this up with photos, but that'll be all in the background. So we need to put our butterflies together. So I may move that back over again. And actually, you know what, I think I'm liking this, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and just adhere everything down. And to do that, I can just kind of grab and place. But isn't that pretty, the background? Even that would be pretty on here. So if you wanted to go for more of a artsy look, so I think I'll just do it like that. And we'll just gonna follow this pattern over here. So I'm gonna do this one next. And it's up a little bit higher. I'm barely laying them down in case I need to move them a little bit. Whoops. I feel like I might want to come over this way just a little bit. And then I think that one's going to be next. I'm just making sure I get the seam areas, I guess, done, covered where there's no white showing in between there. You could also, using these circle dies, you could totally fill, cut them out, cut your photos out with a couple of these shapes as well. So that is a thought. That one's going to go. I feel like I might need to move it all up a little bit. Like if I go up a little bit higher. Oh, I pressed that down very much. And then do this one maybe a little bit further up here. There we go. And what do I have? This one over here. I didn't have one down here. I had it up there, but I don't like that too much. So we will put this piece, I think, up in here. Along with, that's down, put that under there a little bit. That'll work. I think I'll do that so that I can. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put like my journaling, and I think I'm going to have, or my photos, and it may be more like a photo with the flip flap. So some of that is going to get covered up probably, and I might move a little bit of this as I Or we may just end up doing something like that with butterflies everywhere. So let me grab some photo placement cards. And I might could even go with smaller photos. Let me grab some 3x4s. Yeah, maybe that is even going to be better. I may end up changing my journaling. That's probably going to be better because then it's going to show more of my. And maybe I'll do a big 4x6 over here with a flip flap and then a couple of photos over here. We'll see. Not sure yet. We'll leave that like it is. Okay, all of those are down. I am going to grab those 4x6s again. I'm kind of liking that, of putting that there and then rearranging this a little bit to maybe bring some stuff down or maybe one down further. So I do like that. All right, so let's get these down. Again, just kind of similar. What would you scrapbook with these products? I'm curious. And think of what other things you could. There's so many, just some flowers. Do you have a pretty flower? So I can see spring, maybe even like Easter, doing um, Easter eggs, kind of funny shaped Easter eggs. But this could be your background. So I'd love to hear your ideas. All right, who else is here watching? How was y'all's weekend? That'll work over there. I had a creative project for the artisans that I had to work on. So I got I'm done with the actual project, but I've got to, so this one feels like it's moved over that way a little bit more, which might be okay. I think that's going to be okay. So once I get the photos and everything on there, and I probably will it'll give me a little bit more space for, I wonder if I could even like do some journaling right there. Maybe spread them out a little bit more than I'm. Okay, so I know I want to pop some of this off. I think I do anyways. So let me do a couple of these are 3x4s. So I'm gonna do I think I'm just gonna do let me try 4 and 1/8 for even like a thinner. 4 and 1/8. 4 and 1/8 for even like a thinner, 4 and 1/8 for even like a thinner. 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 4 and 3 1/8 thinner matte. Okay, I think that's perfect because we are going to have some more black with the butterflies, but this will just help pop these off the page a little bit more. And again, 3 1/8. So, and this was using, I'm creating the mats. I've got the mats out of the piece that I cut out of the middle of the black. So that's, and this is just one sheet. Okay, this one I'm going to do, I think the same way. I'm going to do it a little bit bigger because I'm going to do a flip flap, I think. So I'll do the 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 for the focal photo, which will be right over here. And I'll grab a flip flap in a minute. We'll go ahead and adhere that on here. So my journaling will be underneath somewhere. All right, I'm going to, how about real quick, we go ahead and just, I'm going to tack these on here lightly until I figure out what my photos are going to be. Just didn't have time to go through all my photos. I have one somewhere of Bevan actually standing in front of the butterfly wings that they paint on the wall. We have a really cool place in San Angelo, Texas. That's where I was born and raised. And my mom and brother and his family still live there. And they have, let me push it up a little higher like that. Okay, I'm liking that because then I'm seeing a lot more of it. Anyways, there's an art alley downtown where they've allowed the artists to come down and paint and decorate. I've gotten some really cool photos over the years. All right, what am I looking for? I just went over here to grab, oh, a flip flap. I need a flip flap. So let's see, they're actually down here. I have a whole bag of goodies. I need a 4 by 6. And I guess I'm going to not worry so much about the orientation. And I'm going to use one of those because I end up with a lot of those, that orientation, because so many of my photos nowadays are portrait and not landscape photos. So sometimes, I can crop it and do certain things in the app. All right, I was looking at what I could do up here. Maybe I just want like a black strip. I don't know if I want to do we may come back and do that. We'll see. Okay. If you're not familiar with flip flaps, they are like mini page protectors, but instead of holes, they have adhesive strip right here. This will fold back like this, and I'm going to show you how to attach it real quick. But you just put in your extra goodies. So I would have a photo plus my journaling in the pocket. And you want to position, if you're going this way, you have to be a little bit more strategic because your photo would be here. And then your photo would be, would be here. And then when you flip it up, your journaling you have to make sure that it's facing the right way. This one's not so hard to do, but we'll do, this helps you get not only this photo on here, but you could actually do 2 extra photos. I'm going to do some hidden journaling with a photo on top. So I want to, let me look and see. All right, so the easiest thing, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this. Just I'm putting just a little bit of tape so that I can take that off and put the actual photo. So I'm going to center it on this mat. So my 4x6 photo would be on the 4¼ by 6¼ mat. Then I like to, so this is going to adhere on this side right here. So I like to put some adhesive right there. I'm going to line the photo up with the photo on the mat as best as I can. Hold it in place, and then I just press that down over here. So that's going to hold the flip flap onto that piece for you. Okay, and then from here, I think I will lay this down flat since I have some butterflies to put on here. And get this moving. There we go. So now I just need adhesive right in here. This is an adhesive strip, so now I can take that off. And I'm going to position it. Let's see here. I'm going to stand up so I can see. I think I'm going to go right about center. Okay, that should be right in the middle. And then we've got our flip flap. And then when I'm ready to put it in my page protector, I'll cut my page protector this way right down here so that when I slide it in, I'll maneuver this in through that slit, and then this piece will be on the outside of your page protector. You could also take this and not adhere it to the actual page. You could adhere it to the top of your page protector if you wanted to. I prefer it this way because it's more secure and part of the um, page. And either way you use it, you won't be able to use your 12 by 12 page protector again after that because you're either cutting it or adhering a flip flap to it. So, all right, so I think I got all these. I'm going to go ahead, I think I'm going to go ahead and adhere them down. Oh, I want to keep enough space. Trying to, I know it looks crooked right there, but it doesn't look crooked on my page. So that looks straight. There we go. And the butterflies. Oh, can't wait to put the butterflies on here. Okay, do I want it? I think I'm going to even do the positioning of these a little abstract, I guess. You could put one, I don't think I want to do that. I don't know. That's our butterflies are going to be, so I could put it up there, but I'm thinking I'll put it a little bit further over here. I know there's a lot of space right there, but I think with all the butterflies we're going to have everywhere, I think we're going to be good. All right, so, I'm thinking I need some splattering of some kind. And it would probably just be black. But let's do this first. Let's bring this in and we will get these all put together. Let's set those aside. This time we'll bring in our liquid glue. How about we go over here and work on my silicone mat? You can see I already got a little bit of glue there from something I did last night. So Easter would be good. You could do the passion play, and these shapes are the, oh my goodness, Debbie, that's a good idea. Hello, Laura. Oh man, that's a great idea. All right, so I think I'm just gonna put adhesive right there. So then my wings can kind of bend them a little bit, and we're just going to kind of center that in here, maneuver it a little bit to get it to where you want it. So there really is so much you can do with even these butterflies, but I love the ideas, different things we can do with it could be like even you could do these with a more outdoorsy type. Now I'm talking about just the all around dies. You could use an outdoor set and they could be stones, pebbles as well. Oh, these would be great with the Utterly Adorable collection. I'm gonna just put that right over top of there, I believe. See how it matches up nicely with the little antenna right there? So look, wouldn't normally think to do just black and white butterflies, but I think for this particular page, it's perfect. So just kind of bend a little bit and it'll give your wings some movement. I think it's easier probably to line it up like that and then press down. There are some really cool things that I'll be showing you with like these. You can color your die cut images. You can stamp them and you can cut these out of the different colors. I thought about cutting them out of that. Looking for another big antenna or body. And these don't have to line up perfectly. You can just kind of maneuver them. So then we'll have one over here. So I did three, so I could create like a triangle effect, three different clusters. Seems to kind of be my go-to lately. And I'm just pressing down right there so that it'll adhere. Does anybody else have any ideas for the around it all shapes? Bubbles. They would make bubbles. Be great for summertime splashing in the um, pool. And then I'm not sure where this one, so I may do two here and then one over here. But let's get to the little bodies onto here as well. Almost when I need my tweezers. Okay, I'll just set those aside as I put them on. The head is sticking out above, so just put a little glue right on the body. Okay, so we're like this. So here in Fredericksburg, I think it usually happens in around October, maybe September. We have a place called the Wild Seed Farms. I've scrapbooked about them a little bit in the past. You may have seen some pictures, and I haven't been in a couple of years. I think Debbie and I talked about this back in October-ish, but they have did I think Debbie went too, or she was planning to. I'm not sure if she made it, but they do a monarch butterfly release. So when we first moved here back in 2017, I took the girls or the kids. I think it was just Emily, Bevan, and Kyle. And Lexi had already gone to live with her mom. But you can go and tag your butterfly. They'll put a little sticker or something on the butterfly. I don't remember exactly what they did, but you can monitor. They'll give you this little card with a code you can plug into, and I guess you can monitor where your butterfly goes if it's, makes it to its destination, and they are able to scan the little tag that's on it or something like that. But it's really kind of a cool little idea. But you go out into the wildflower fields that they have, and that's where they release them all. So I've got some video, some fun stuff. I'm going to set these over to the side. I've got all that done. All right, and then we just have to figure out a title. And I was looking. Let's see. Um, Oh, there's this stamp right here. This may be my splattering effect I was talking about doing. But I do need to figure out a title. Yeah, I thought I remember you saying you didn't remember. Dog baths. Debbie's got all the ideas, y'all. She's over on YouTube. So if you're on Facebook, you're not seeing her ideas. She talked about Easter and the shapes being the stones. Yeah, you could roll away a stone from an arch, which we have some arch dies. Um, I think they're an online exclusive. I'm not sure. Um, she's also talking about babies in a bubble bath. So these would be bubbles or dog bath. So great ideas, Debbie. So fun. Okay, so I need a title, and then we just have to kind of build up our clusters, maybe do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to wait because I can't decide. I don't know if I want black or one of the colors. I'm thinking balmy blue, possibly, just to sprinkle some color around. And then I might still do some black splattering, but I might have to do that with an ink pad and a water brush. All right, title wise, let me look up what I had ChatGPT create for me real quick. And I'm going to open this all the way up. Wonder if I can. There we go. All right, because I'm going to show y'all, and y'all can screenshot this if you want. So let's go to my screen, and we'll go to my chat GPT, and y'all see my screen there. You should be able to see it. All right, so I plugged in Taylor around Bevan's art journey. I'd done several different things up here. Um, Need creative scrapbook title and journaling ideas using butterfly metaphors. Here were a lot of great ideas, 15 different title ideas. They gave me 15 journaling prompts with butterfly metaphors. Loved all of that. But then down here, you'll see that it asked if I wanted it to tailor to any specific theme. So I said tailor around Bevan's art journey. So even niched down, I guess would be a good word, to these right here. And I was thinking, I really like that metamorphosis of an artist, but that would be really hard to die cut out. So I'm thinking about something with wings. I liked Wings of Creativity, so I might do that one. Then Wings and Dreams, Artistic Evolution, One Wing at a Time, that's a little long. Spreading Her Wings, again, that's super long to die cut out. So looking down, looking, I really think I don't want to put Bevan's Wings of Creativity. I think I'll just put Wings of Creativity. And now looking at that, number one under the scrapbook titles, I want to incorporate it in, since this is all that Stampin' Up has available. All right, so I'm going to write that down real quick. So I'm going to put Wings of Creativity. And then I incorporated this number two down in the journaling prompts. That's what I asked it to use, I think, for the journaling block that I asked it to help me create. So I gave it some details about her, and then it created this awesome journaling block for me. All right, so let's see if I can get back to my screen. There we go. So we've got the mini dies. I'm going to rearrange here a little bit because I'm going to have to cut out some letters. And I also, they're right here, I think. Yeah. I don't even know what all these are. Let's see here for 1 second. Oh, those are just the cases for. All right, so I've got these I can work with and these. And then I need my cutting blades. And I'm just going to do them in black. I've got, y'all, the cat hair is starting to drive me crazy. So I'm going to have to, of course, the one cat that I love the most, the one kitten, Jasper, he is so sweet, gets up in my lap every evening. Of course, I think he's got the kind of the longer hair. Pumpkin is not a problem, but Jasper, I think, is the problem right now with the hair. And his mama, Noelle. So we're their mama. Okay, so let's do, here's my Wings of Creativity. So I think I'm gonna do wings in uh the big the big ones. Grab some of this cardstock. Let me find. And I actually have a little bit of the Stampin' Up heavier cardstock that I'm going to use for this. Let me see all my plates. 1 second. Get these positioned properly. Get this moved up so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. All right, so we're going to do wings. And I think, yeah. In, yeah. S. And then I think I'll do of creativity in the smaller, which I can just go ahead and I'm not going to use my adhesive sheets, y'all. Don't like them that much. Just FYI. And I may have to run that through a couple of times, I'm not sure, to get all the letters out of this one that I'll need. So I think I would just rather get my fingers sticky than take the time to get that good. Get these away. I found the Y laying on the floor. Ugh, I have to be careful where I put these. I have to put them up and away from the critters. Think it's time for a new plate. I have one hiding somewhere over here. I need to find it for my cutting blade. All right, so let's see what I've got. So I've got wings, and I need the plate. I don't know if y'all probably can't tell, but they're a little fuzzy, just a tiny bit fuzzy around the edge. Okay, this is where we're going to have to figure out, let's see, of. I'm not sure how I'm going to lay it down on here yet, but and maybe it'll just be down here, probably wings of creativity. So let's see what other letters I may need to cut out. E, A, I. I may not have to, y'all. Okay, creative. Where's the V there? Tiv. Wow. I think I'm gonna make it. Ta-da! Is that right? Creativity? All right. I don't think, well, we'll just do this. Oopsie daisy. Whoops. Well, I messed that up. See, and they won't even come off here very easily because that's so. All right. It's probably the last day I'll be using this plate. It's been well loved, well used, worth the money. And get that out of the way. And I probably won't be stamping. I'm just going to set those over here for now, and I'll put them in a little storage case later. Alrighty, so I think that's going to work with. I'm going to put that like right up in here. I'll have some butterflies are going to have to like come out from under here a little bit because you're going to have your flip flaps. I got to get creative with that. I have to tuck it up under there just a tiny bit. But let's get the title down. I'm going to get everything put down, I think. Well, maybe not my butterflies. I'm going to do some, I think just some of those, the stamp right here, a few little black splatters, add those white and black the little butterflies around, and we'll be pretty much done. Okay, wings. Not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but let's probably just stick this right here. Or I don't know that would. If I go up this way, I don't think creativity's gonna fit. I mean, I could make it fit up there. Okay, give me a minute while I think about this. So it's kind of also thinking something different. I don't know if I like how it looks though. Hmm. Then you'd have to come up here. Let me just position it. Humor me. It's the of that I'm not sure. Or I could just bump everything over here a little bit. What do you think? If I do it like that, something a little bit different. Um, I might then could put my a butterfly down here. Like that's just too big. I don't know if I can. Ah, maybe I could do that. Bring this down just a little bit to bring in that butterfly up here. I think I like that. Don't know that I'll do, I might do this one right up in here. So we do kind of have a triangle going, and then we'll have some more. And then I can also do like a zigzag, put little ones right here and then down here. Okay. Okay. I think I got it. So I'm going to start with this. Something a little different. Too much glue. Tweezers. And that's going to help. Okay. So about right there, I think is where I'll go. You see, I'm kind of trying to smear it up and down a little bit so it's not quite so thick. Looks good. I'm kind of getting to where I really like this combination of alphabets. Now, I am excited or hoping, praying that there will be more to come since we're getting into scrapbooking. Stampin' Up is. Now, yeah, it is a little messier than but when that glue dries, it will be, trying to see, my S may have been a little abstract. And, all right, so I have to tell y'all a little story last night. Kyle he worked all weekend, but like he didn't go in till 12 on Saturday. And then technically he didn't work yesterday till 11:30, I think, but Jeff dropped him off early since Jeff is part of the praise band. And so he had to be at church early. And so Jeff just went and dropped him off early. And and then he worked till 8, 8:30 both days, I think. But he had like during the morning, okay, to take care of laundry or things that he needed to get done for the coming week. Comes in last night at like 10 or 9 probably. He's like, because Bevan had gotten home. She was gone all weekend to visit her dad and got home 6 o'clock-ish, something like that. And she got her clothes in the washer. And so when he gets home, I'm not sure what time she got her clothes in the washer, but anyways, he comes in at like 9 o'clock and he's like, "Can I get up early and do my clothes?" And I'm like, "No, dude." I was like, "You'd have to get up at like 5 in the morning to be able to wash your clothes and get them dry before that." "I know." And I was like, "No, just you've got clothes. It's not like you've worn every single thing you have." He just wanted to wear something particular, I guess. And of course, like everybody, he's got stuff in his closet that he just refuses to wear for whatever reason. And it's not because it doesn't fit, because he's a young teenage boy or young adult. And anyway, so then this morning I get up and it's 7:30. I have to take him to school because he doesn't drive. If you're new here, Kyle, he's like very high functioning autism, but he's 18, just turned 18, and he has some behavioral issues, so we haven't taught him how to drive yet. I think it would be a nightmare. And so I take him to school and take him to school every day, and if he's not working, if he hasn't left school to go to work, then I will go and pick him up. So 7:30, and he's just getting out of bed, and we have to leave in like 20 minutes because he forgot to change his alarm from the weekend to school morning. It was like, that's not an A, that's a V. And I think I did it on the, guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to set that aside because I don't want to use the V, I want to use the A. So maybe I should have let him get up at 5 because then he would have at least set his alarm for the proper time. It's supposed to be set for about 7, I think, so he can creativity. And I'm pretty sure that's the second Monday in a row that he's done that. So it's like, dude, you've got to learn how to write yourself some post-it notes or something to help remember to do that kind of stuff. We're not able to let him have his phone with him in the bedroom because he's not very responsible with it. So there's that V. Pull that. Guess you won't notice. I think I put the glue on the wrong side, but y'all can probably won't be able to tell. And I won't be able to after I'll forget. All right. Fun. I'm loving how it's turning out. We're getting close to being done. Ah, we're actually doing pretty good on time today, surprisingly. Feels like I've been doing this for a long time today. That's not too bad. Can't get that one to stay down. There we go. So I know he's 18, but still a teenager. Did manage to get him to school on time. All right. So anybody got anything fun happening for the week? I still have another big project to work on aside from my lives during the week. Wings of creativity, I love it. Okay, so now let's just figure out. I'm gonna do the balmy blue, and I just want to. So I think that'll be kind of coming out right there. So maybe do some right there. I haven't glued them down yet because I want to splatter. And then this one's going to have to tuck up under there just a tiny bit, I think. I'm just going to leave it like it is. And where are we going to? It's not going to be way down there. It's going to be right in here somewhere. So I guess there we go. And we will have a butterfly, or maybe I need to wait. I'll just stick it right there. And I'll come back in maybe. All right. I'm not sure if this, I think maybe I can make this work. We'll see. I have a black Stampin' Right marker. Let me see if, I don't know if I can do the splatters. Let's see. They're not very, it's like a real light spray, because this isn't like an alcohol marker. I'm gonna go ahead and flick just a little bit right there since I did that one already. And then I'm gonna do some bigger ones. But you can't really hardly see that. Um, Give me 1 second. I'm looking for some scrap paper. Got a little bit of cleaning up I need to do on my desk. So I can kind of just, yeah, it's just giving us tiny little spray. Kind of like a mist. But I want a little bit more. I need to see what color is. It's got some funky color in it. I'm gonna go wash this off real quick. I'm not even sure what color that was. And then I can use my black memento ink. All right, let me find it. Let's see. There it is. Okay. And then you can probably see, yep, see how I've already got a little color in there. Drip a little water. I just do that by squeezing my ink pad. So, like, let's do right here. Gonna cover up some of that. I'm gonna make it, maybe I can get a little bit. Oh, you know what? Actually, I could do, well, if I can find it. Um, well, I have a re-inker, but I'm not sure where my re-inker is. There it is. I found it. If I scan the room just a little bit. All right, so it'll be easier. I'm just gonna put a few drops of re-inker in here. And that will make it a little bit darker too. Still add some water. There we go. I like that. I'm going to tilt this because I don't want too much of the black really on my. Okay, I got that. These aren't on yet, so let's do kind of like this. If you want bigger, trying to get a little bit more water in there. Okay. And then up here, maybe like that. That's just going to add that little bit more of an artsy feel to the page, since that's what I'm scrapbooking about. Add a little bit more abstract. Okay, kind of go. And over here. I got it all over that too, but that's fine. Oh my gosh, I got it all over the place, y'all. Look. All right. I'm gonna have some cleaning up to do. Luckily, I'm not wearing anything fancy. All right, so there's that. Let's get our butterflies on and a few little sequins, and we will be good to go. I'm gonna adhere this one right to the page. I'm going to, so I don't like make a complete mess out of everything. Let me bring this over. I think I even got some on here. The black splatters, maybe. I'm just going to run some adhesive on both the back sides of the wings. And I'm going to tuck this up under here just a little bit. I think that's good. I like how it goes off the page just a little bit. Look at my fingers. Ugh, I didn't think I was making that big a mess. Apparently I was. Okay, and then, whoops, drop my earbud. Um, and you could even, that could kind of hold down. Well, it's going to be on the outside of the, so I'm not going to do any, what do you call it, with Stampin' Dimensionals, I guess, because they're going to have to tuck under here a little bit. There we go. And remember, we got all our little, and these, you could do that with these too. Love it. These I could pop up. You figure out where exactly I want to put this. Right, I can overlap this one a little bit, but let's just do a little bit of adhesive right there. I'm probably up a little bit higher. That way it goes there. It's like that. I still have two more. Is that going to be too much? I think the dog wants in. Since that's our big title up here, and then let's do, I want one maybe up in there. So big cluster, kind of a small one, really small one. Okay, I think that's going to work. I'm going to put a couple of, come on, lady, please come in. This lady, it was time for her to come inside. So yeah, we can move, we can do that. All right, let's do some mini dimensional elements, I think. Just like one right in the center there. And add a little dimension. That's almost like it was made exactly for a mini dimensional element right there. All right. I'm really liking how this turned out. And I think I'm going to turn it like this way. All right, so all that's on. Then we just got the butterfly here. So we didn't really do any stamping. Well, we did. We did a little stamping. I'll use more of the stamps in the next couple of days. I'm gonna put it down. And then we'll have lots of fun on Friday because this bundle works really well with cards. So shaker cards, because you got those cool itty bitty bokeh mix kind of sequins, and then the interactive butterfly. All right, I'm gonna grab my tray. I gotta pull everything out of it real quick. So in case they go flying everywhere. All right, there we go. Not too bad. Doing good. Look at those. So I guess I'm just going to like, grab something and yeah, I did get that down. And just put a few of these around. Get a little glue. Just gonna put a little glue dot down and then adhere. They're iridescent, so they're gonna pick up lots of cool colors. Oh, oh, they're not all flat. That's like a gem. Oh. Okay, y'all, now I'm really excited. That is like a, yeah, that's like a, let me show you. Can you see there? So it's not just sequins in here. It's like I did not know that. Of course, that may you'd have to have a really. We're doing shaker cards. Let me try and flip it over. It's going to have to be a pretty dimensional shaker. Trying to see if there's one. Look at that. You can't tell. Well, I'll lift it up in a minute and show you, but it's like the berry burst. I'm thinking of an awesome um, page we made at, I think it was a January 2020 album retreat. It was the last one we got to go to live before the world shut down. And get that on there. Um, there's different sizes of those. If I can get them out. Second. We like took glue and just did like a swirl. Like you could go right here and then put sequins all the way. All right, I'm seeing, I think there's different sizes of those little gems. The raised one, the dimensional ones, but I can't. Okay, there we go. There's one. Sorry, I got too much glue coming out now. Oh, good grief. Give me 1 second. This is not, I know what I need to be doing probably. Okay, there we go. So that one's bigger than that one. And I'm just going to go around the clusters and try to get. Da, 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 da. Maybe I do need to do too much glue coming out of this now. Like right there. Oops. I think I have two stuck together. That one I'll have to come back to. Yeah, these would work much better with on just a in the shaker card. This is a little tedious. But as soon as I'm done with this, we're done. Trying to get a little glue off. Let's see. I think I have more than one. All right, so what's everybody think? Did it turn out okay? Um, I can't tell what I got on there now. 1 second. I think that's tweezers. I need, I need like three hands. Okay. And now you can see that color and that lighting. I'm just trying to kind of go where the um, splatters are. And let me do one more of those. And these iridescent thingies. I got them stuck everywhere, y'all. And but this take your pick tool is coming in handy. I don't know if I even got any glue on it. And then just finish this up right here. I've got one even stuck in my glue up here. All right. Well, I can't wait to figure out the pictures that I'm going to put on here. And maybe I'll get, I think I'm just going to share it like this. And then I'll share it again later when I get pics on it, I think. 'Cause I still haven't decided about the senior picture thing. And that could still be a month or two away, possibly. All right. Well, I'll just have to clean that up later. All right. So thanks for joining me today. I'll see if any other things pop into my mind. Wow, I made a mess of guess I got the ink up in there. Look at that. It's supposed to be clear water. I'm gonna have to clean all that out. I'm rearranging a little bit so y'all can see the full project. I'm just gonna bring it up like this, but you can see the reflection of those little sequins. Fun, fun. And my flip flap. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate you. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. Happy to answer those questions. Don't forget about and the beautiful, I'm not putting any of this on here, I don't think, but that beautiful Fresh Freesia satin ribbon seam binding is actually what it is. It's a super thin, but you can get that free and it'll coordinate beautifully with this collection of products, the DSP especially. When you place a $60 or more order, be sure to check the description in the video for other extra bonuses I'm throwing in when you place an order with me this month, this week. Our celebration continues until February 28th. So get those orders in and get that free product. If you have any questions, again, let me know. Y'all have a great rest of your Monday. Hey, Kathy, thank you so much. It wasn't too bad, really. I know you said it looks very tedious, but it wasn't too bad. I got most everything pre-cut this morning. I hadn't started anything until this morning. So I got all the dies done all the dies done this morning, and then just assembled it while I was on the live. I see Cynthia, Debbie McKinney, and Debbie Garrett. Thank y'all for being here. All right, y'all have a great day. I'll see y'all Wednesday for my story and sketch, and we'll see what other fun things we can do with the beautiful butterfly collection. And I see maybe stamping this stamp right here and doing some more layering. There's another die that goes with it right there. And possibly, yeah, we'll have to do like more stamping on Wednesday. And then Friday, I'll be showing you how to create two different type of fun fold cards with that butterfly that opens up. It's really cool how that works. And then we can do some of the stamping on the actual butterfly there. I was just looking at the other options. Lots of layering and fun things to do with this one. All right. Thanks again. Y'all take care. Bye.